Sub Yellow Submarine. Marcus Davis. Jaden, I'm kind of far away from the screen, but look, I can kind of see y'all names. What's up, Lanika in the building? What's up, Ebony? Kind of glancing at the screen right now, but look, yo, how's y'all night going? How y'all day been? How y'all been? You know what I'm saying? How y'all been in this so-called new year? How many of y'all's taking up our damn space in the gym? Y'all acting brand new this year, acting like y'all want to work out and get y'all health up and shit. Y'all using all the gym equipment and stuff wrong. You know what I'm saying? We just need for y'all to politely just, you know what I'm saying, get out the way. You feel me? Like, y'all should go walking and stuff first before y'all want to get in the gym, taking up space and don't know what the heck y'all doing. But look, I just had to go ahead and get that off my chest for y'all people that's out here punk faking for this new year. You know, you should have been doing this all last year, but you gonna decide in January that you just want to be in the way all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? But hey, where everybody watching from? Where everybody watching from? So yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. We had to start it off like that. I'm sorry, y'all, but look, where everybody watching from? Where we at with it? We got, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Orlando, Zimbabwe in the house. You know what I'm saying? St. Louis, Tampa, West Orlando, Chicago, Greenville, Linwood, Houston, KCMO. I don't know what that is. Washington, South Carolina, Georgia, Missouri, Vegas, Kentucky, Detroit. Hey, man, look, man, Birmingham, NOLA. We got Phoenix in the house. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Greenville. Hey, Phoenix. Hey, bro, it felt so good out today. Real talk. Real talk. Get out here, get that sunlight. Get out here, get that sunlight. All right, yo, we're going to hop into this video. We got a good one for y'all. Make sure y'all smash that like button so the algorithm, so more and more people can see this video. Make sure y'all share it, but we're going to hop into it. I'm not going to talk too much tonight. I'm just let this thing rock out. I created this a little minute ago. Let's get it.
I was actually about to go to bed. I said, let me get on TikTok to make a quick video. I can lead y'all to the water, but I can't make you drink. Now, I know y'all have a firm understanding on what this is. Yep. These are avatars that they creating out of you. They using your information, face recognition, to create an advanced artificial intelligence. That's what's happening. You know, it seems like everybody downloaded this app called Lensa, and we just went along with the trend without questioning anything. We just did it because it was popular. When are you guys going to start using your minds and start using critical thinking? Have you guys read the term and conditions? Do you know why the AI system is here and why it was built? It's here to separate and control us. Do you understand that? There's a much bigger agenda that's in play right now. But you guys just follow the trend without even thinking, without even reading. You just go along with it. My people shall be destroyed due to the lack of knowledge. That's Hosea 4:6. You lack knowledge, you will be destroyed. You'll be the first one to perish. I actually had a lot to say, but I digress. I'm gonna show you a quick clip of them talking about this stuff, and hopefully we start getting a realization that it's not popular and it's not cool to follow trends. This stuff right here has a much bigger meaning and agenda behind it. So listen and pay attention.
What's with my face?
Like, it really looks like me.
It's the hottest app of the moment. #1 on both Apple and Google's charts with 5 million downloads already this month.
How much are you seeing this in your social feed?
Oh, my entire social feed. Krista Luster loves her magic avatars from Lensa AI, a photo and video editing app with a new viral feature that allows users to upload images of themselves or others, and with the use of artificial intelligence, turn them into this. But the avatars aren't the only thing getting people talking. So is #5 of Lensa's terms of use that says in part, you grant us a perpetual, irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free, worldwide, fully paid, transferable, sub-licensable license to use, reproduce, modify, distribute, create derivative works of your user content.
Shit crazy.
In plain terms, if you're a user who wants to use Lensa, you agree that any photographs you give to Lensa, they can use it however they want.
And that has cybersecurity experts concerned. What is the danger in giving this company your face?
Your face is something that is used to identify you and can unlock your identity around the world online.
The app is owned by Prisma Labs, a company whose founders, according to their LinkedIn pages, previously worked in Russia. Prisma, incorporated in the U.S., tells NBC News, "We don't have any presence in the Russian Federation." The company also says that photos will be immediately deleted from their servers after the avatars are ready.
Hey, look, I will talk on this, but look, real talk, look, just don't follow trends because you think it's cool. Make sure y'all read the terms of service before you download anything and upload your face or anything. Just make sure you agree with the things that are going on. Just like the Ancestral.com, you know, when they check your DNA, you gave them permission to sell your DNA to other companies and stuff like that. And you get no benefit or anything from that. They're using that to track down different lineages and see where your people come from. Real talk. So just pay attention, bro. Stay hip to the game. Everything that seems too good to be true normally is.
Down the rabbit hole we go. The oldest and biggest pyramids are in the Americas. The Cholula Pyramid is the biggest pyramid in the world because its dimensions are 400 by 400 meters and has a total volume of 4.45 million cubic meters, almost twice that of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Cholula Pyramid is also a step pyramid, so we are dealing with a very ancient pyramid because step pyramids were the first pyramids. You see that? The pyramids in the Americas are all step pyramids, which were your first pyramids. According to Egyptologists, the step pyramid of Saqqara, the pyramid of Djoser, is the first pyramid that the Egyptians built, dated around 2667-2648 BC, the Third Dynasty, which is over 4,700 years ago. Egyptologists agree that the step pyramid of Saqqara, the pyramid of Djoser, was the first pyramid because they agree that it is the archetype of all pyramids. You have more pyramids in North America than all of Egypt combined. These are all the locations of the pyramids in America. Mexico City, South America and Peru. Now if you Google Earth, the pyramid in Mexico, China, Egypt, and Giza, and the Orion's Belt, they all have a 3-pyramid alignment. Now, if we include the pyramids in Central and South America, it's not even a contest anymore, as far as who has the most pyramids between the East or West, because the West, the Americas, clearly has more pyramids. Here's an image of the largest oboe pyramid complex in the world, which is located in Peru. Look at all the pyramids. Corral, Peru is the first civilization in America. This is the oldest known city in the Americas and in the world. This is a very old step pyramid, and from the looks of it, there was even a tower once there. See? America is the true old world. I appreciate you.
Okay, I have some alien UFO news. I'm literally ready for bed right now, but when I seen my followers tag me in this video, I knew I had to share it. This could not wait.
Look at that here. Look at that here. See it? Wow. It's falling from the sky. Like it came out of space.
Wow.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It dropped. OMG, it's people out there looking. Where'd it go? I heard a loud cry. Wow.
And look who following. Look who following. So the F-22s, those are 22s.
That really looks like to me that something entered the airspace and the US government panicked and had to send all their little fighter jets over to deal with that situation immediately. But it's too late because the public already seen it. Thoughts and like...
An airman from the 910th Airlift Wing at Youngstown Air Reserve Station, Ohio, comprised this highly specialized unit which focuses on the aerial application of pesticides, especially as it relates to the U.S. military. The 910th utilizes C-130 aircraft to spray areas larger than 5,000 square acres from altitudes of 100 to 150 feet.
You can find these videos on YouTube. It's not debatable. Chemtrails are not debatable. They tell you that they're spraying this. They're telling you this. They're showing you this. It's not debatable.
Someday.
They're always spraying.
right, for sure. Y'all wake up in the morning, see all the chemtrails through the day. They turn into clouds.
The most advanced architecture and pyramids in the Americas, but they want your attention on Africa.
Like, you got to think about this. Look, I'm gonna give y'all some game right now. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything, but look, I want y'all to do your own research. When they tell you that, they want to tell you that you're from Africa, that's not. That's the furthest thing from the truth. We've been here. We've really been here. People did come from Africa, but we've been here, y'all. You have to understand that, if you get what I'm saying. We're native to this land. All this shit belongs to us. Sooner y'all wake up and understand that shit, this shit belongs to us, the better things would be, man. Just understand where you come from, what tribes you come from, and get down to that. But don't do Ancestry.com. Don't go through all those things, bro. Ask your family members. I got my paperwork where I come from, and someday I might show y'all, but we're gonna do a video on that someday. But yeah, really find out where you come from. Because they want to tell you that you come from a particular area so that you have no say so over this land. If you denounce where you come from, then other people can take the power of your land. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason why they depicted Indians.
I've given you the Lazar tapes, and that's as far as I can talk.
Okay.
They said red skin, right? Y'all see what color my skin is? Is it black? Is my skin black? Or is it copper tone? You see how red I am? I'm like a fucking burgundy color. I don't look black to me. This ink is black.
That's good.
It's only because I got the Lazar tapes from a white world forum.
Right.
And,
I appreciate
but you can't say anymore.
Well, people kept encroaching on Area 51, such that Area 51 is now being moved to Tooele, Utah. And here is one of the old-time developments.
Oh.
Now, I happen to know the guy who put that together.
Mm-hmm. How far does this date back? Mach 1.2?
I know it doesn't say, but in actuality, it's way, way back. The first, we must be at least 30 to 40 years.
60s? After the Roswell crash, in the first week of July of 1947, it is alleged that the alien bodies in the craft are taken to Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. That's where the alien bodies in the craft were taken. What Boyd Bushman is holding up is a document that states that a reverse-engineered, nuclear-powered flying saucer that has a ceiling of over 60,000 feet, a range of 3,000 miles, nuclear-powered, anti-gravity saucer that we reverse-engineered from the alien craft, and he knows who did it. He's testifying. Boyd Bushman is the man who designed the Stinger missile for General Dynamics. He worked for Howard Hughes. He worked for 20 years. He was at Lockheed Martin. He had access to above top secret and top secret files. He knows how to develop and reverse engineer anti-gravity technology and is actually demonstrating it in front of us. And here we are for the first time in history. He is showing us proof that at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, we reverse engineered flying saucer technology.
But we reverse engineer everything.
The food that they eat got sexual.
If a butthole fell from the sky, the United States government would try to figure out how to reverse engineer that shit too. No pun intended.
Hormones in them.
Telling you.
Especially if you're eating chicken.
Crazy.
Because they want them to reproduce faster. So they sticking them with all types of sexual steroids. So that come on to you. Then most of the food is diet through stress. So you getting all them stress, melanin neurotransmitters that come from the food. So, and you have to look at promotion-wise when it comes to food psychology. Hot dogs. What is the concept of a hot dog? And why do a hot dog go between buns? What about pizza? How pizza is used for pedophiles. It's called Pizzagate. But you see, pizza represents the upside down triangle, which represents the womb of a woman. So food is sexual. a word that I call estrogen annihilation. That's what's making us very feminine. That's what's happening with the THC in the weed. That's what's happening and what they putting into all the food. And if you look at synthetic estrogen, it is a magnesium inhibitor and a manganese inhibitor. You can't produce zinc, and zinc is what works with testosterone to create your actual seminal fluid, or what we're gonna call semen. So, you know, if you eating all these foods that's high in estrogen, high in all these different acidic acids that's being left behind as byproducts of synthetic chemicals that they put in the food for additives and preservatives, these preservatives are literally not only behavior modifiers, but they're sexual modifiers too. And that's what's really messing with us, man, and cutting off our circulation. I started studying a lot, and once I realized that, you know, dang, estrogen is naturally supposed to be in my body, but I'm not using the natural estrogen in my body, I'm using the synthetic estrogen. Wow. Dang, that's robbing me, you know, because estrogen is not, synthetic estrogen is an iron phosphate inhibitor too. We need that for oxygen. We need that to convert all types of other different steroids over. So I'm starting to see that the food was robbing me of all the minerals and all the melanin neurotransmitters that I need to keep a balance of homeostasis. So I say a good transitional diet will be the late great Dr. Sebi diet. It's a good transitional diet, you know, going the alkaline way and then cooking the food, you know, so-called cooked alkaline food. It's a very good transition. But after that, you have to graduate from that too and go on to the raw side and stop putting fire to your food, which is changing the chemical composition of the food anyway. But if you truly want to yield high vitality and high living and keep your thoughts clear and be in vibration with your creator, you know, you have to do things all on how the creator planned it to be. If we was...
Yeah, basically, man, look. Eat better. Shit.
I've never seen them use oil to cook that. Make us research food. It's gonna make us research religion. It's gonna all have to start with that self-love.
But yeah, we're good now. I don't know why they be there. I know
you can't look. Black is not even a color.
That's right. Teach.
Black is the mother and father of all colors. Teach. That's why the scripture says, in the beginning was blackness. And if you want a baby, even if the woman is a white woman, the baby has to come out of the triple darkness of her womb. And this is the origin of all life. Within the black, you have the whole color spectrum. But in white, you can, two white people laying down together, they can only produce white. But two black people in darkest Africa can lay down together and produce albino with blonde hair and blue eyes.
That's right. Teach, Muhammad.
This happens all the time. And
look, you want to know what's crazy about that too? They'll tell you that this turned into the so-called like a white person. We gotta stop that shit now. Come on, that motherfucker white, but it clearly looks like what? Look like me. If I was that color, like, come on, man. Like, that's not what these people look like. We gotta stop that. We different, but that's not a bad thing. You know, I just be wanting to point that out. Like, I gotta stop saying it. That's cringy. You didn't just walk to the other side of the world and got real different and weird on us and shit. We was already different. It didn't come out like that. We gotta stop this. It's foolish, man. We can all get along as we just all just, bro. We know. The gig is up.
So we need to really get these facts correct today and understand that as gray as your hair is, you are listening to your father today.
Teach, Muhammad.
This is daddy talking.
Teach.
And we mustn't turn. No, this is true. I'm not.
So they put the truth in the movies and the lies in real life. So this is a scene from the movie X-Men Apocalypse. This movie right here is going over what's going to be happening when the Anunnaki come back. And the Anunnaki is represented by Apocalypse himself. So in this scene, Apocalypse or the Anunnaki is saying how the world needs to be cleansed. And now pay attention to what she says.
You can't save the world just going around killing people. There's laws, systems in place for that kind of thing.
Yeah, so you gotta understand that this man, Apocalypse, stands for the Anunnaki. He represents the Anunnaki. Now, the Anunnaki are the ancient black gods who come from other galaxies, other worlds, other star systems, and created our ancient ancestors. Now, she just said that there's systems in place. You can't go around killing people, this and that. There's laws and whatever. Now, he's looking at her like, nigga, what? Because you gotta understand that from the Anunnaki's perspective, they're the ones that create.
He like, man, you see how green I am? You think I give a fuck? Hey, what?
Created these ancient people and put them on the planet. And they're the ones that made it so that we have all type of godly like powers and shit like that. And we can manifest anything. So he looking at her like, what, nigga? You talking about systems in place? You're a god. Now pay attention to what he says. My child, why do you enslave yourself?
What are you doing?
Making you stronger.
Pay attention, yeah.
My goddess.
Now he's activating her DNA. He's awakening her DNA. Now let's run that back. He said, why do you enslave yourself? And I'm going to make you stronger. And also he referred to her as his child as well. So you got to understand, they literally put the truth in the movies as to what's going to happen. This is prophecy. This is inevitable. That when these people come back, they're going to give all of us a huge DNA upgrade so that we can take back the planet that was taken over by these same beings that we created. And he literally said it before as well. He said, why do you enslave yourself? Literally, you got to understand that mental slavery is the #1 thing which holds up. I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about everybody. Mental slavery. That's what it is. The fact that we have motherfucking birth certificates and all this other bullshit. And niggas be talking about, oh, there's laws and shit. Nigga, fuck that bullshit. Like and follow for part 3.
Yeah, that's real spill right there. Everybody. That's what I'm saying. Everybody. You know, like, that's everybody, bro. You got a birth certificate here. You're already in the system, bro. Like, you're a slave, nigga. Read the laws, man.
The heavenly one, you talking about Anu, who was actually the personification of Allah, right? So Anu, when you break down the etymological roots of the word Anunnaki, it means those sent by Anu to Ki. Ki means Kai. Kai means planet Earth. So now when you look at the geometrics of the Freemasonic order symbol that I'm going to show you here, this sign right here is right underneath the Kemetic symbol. But when you're looking at the personification of the Freemasonic order symbol, they got all that shit from Kemet. So when you're looking at this, that's the Eye of Anu, the Eye of Allah. So when you look at the divine declaration of the Moor Science Temple at the top, you have this eye at the top in the middle of that compass, because the G in geometry, the geo in it means key. So that means that Anu, Allah, is the supreme architect of the universe. So that's where they get the symbolism and everything from that. So now we're gonna scoot back a little bit. When I was talking about as those sent by Anu to Ki, you talking about the Anunnaki, who was basically the progenitors of civilization, right? So when you're talking about the Anunnaki, you're talking about these beings right here, which is a representation of the 200 fallen angels. So when you had the 200 fallen angels, when they was projected to this planet, they basically jump-started humanity through a genetic splicing program, right? So when they came down to this planet, because they were circumnavigating the planet, looking for different minerals and resources so they could restore order on their planet, because they had a war with the draconian reptilians. So the ozone layer was destroyed and the ley lines were destroyed because it was producing so much photonic light energy on their planet. So because they got the planet they come from, it comes from a 3-sun solar system. And I'm going to show you a picture of that right now. You got 3 suns.
Hey, what y'all been seeing lately, like these past couple years? I'm like, y'all been seeing the double suns and stuff like that. The videos, I know I've been showing them. But look, we're gonna keep going.
So the original planet, when you're talking about black people, where we come from and stuff like that, our descendants, we come from a planet that has 3 suns. You have a red sun, You have a red sun, you have a blue sun, and you have a yellow sun, which is basically in alignment to the color spectrum of Superman, right? So when you see Superman's garments, they're basically an emulation of these three suns, because how did Superman get his power? He drew his energy from the sun. So you see that plasmic energy all around his electromagnetic aura. So now when you look at the symbolism on his chest, the logo of Superman, that is basically a pyramid with a serpent in the middle. And the serpent is basically a personification of the pineal gland that is activated by neuromelanin and carbonated energy, right? So that's where they get all these, you know, I'm not trying to be intrusive or cynical, but when you understand genetics intuitively, you will know where they get these, you know, these allegorical stories from, and they put it in these movies. Because like I said, it's by way of cosmic law. They have to tell you the truth, but they just put their faces on it to keep you from operating outside of your sovereign and your spiritual capacity. Because
yeah, he had a channel. Is BDL 1014, I think, something like that. Yeah, we gotta skip this one, but
toxic food additives, polysorbate 80.
So this is polysorbate 80. It's used in a bunch of different products, as you can see over here. Food shortenings, chewing gum, ice cream, gelatin, vitamins, and so on. It's also used in soaps and in cosmetics, and in foods it's used as an emulsifier. But what a lot of people don't know is that polysorbate 80 is used in vaccines to open up the blood-brain barrier. If we look at the safety data sheets, you can see that it causes skin irritation, eye irritation, respiratory problems, and even cancer. Here's a picture of somebody normal versus somebody with Alzheimer's dementia. And here's the cause of Alzheimer's dementia. Aluminum getting into the brain.
Aluminum getting into the brain.
How it gets in there. Maybe it happens like this. You eat something with polysorbate 80, you digest it, it goes through your system, it opens up the blood-brain barrier, and then when you eat something with aluminum, it passes through the blood-brain barrier into your brain. But I'm not a doctor. This is what we need, so they can't be putting all these weird food additives into our foods. That is not necessary. You should always just read the food labels to see what you're eating, but if you're interested in toxins in your food, this is a pretty good book by Mike Adams.
Hey, but you know what's something else that come with that though? Like the regulations with like personal farms and stuff like that. Like that's a big thing. Like they're gonna start taxing you growing your own shit. Why? If they're not already doing it.
Stuff they don't want you to know. MSG. The toxic additive that makes processed foods so tasty and addictive. Found in a plethora of processed items and restaurants. MSG is an excitotoxin, aka a substance, that reacts with neurons in the brain that causes destruction of brain cells. Simply put, it's a toxin that excites your brain cells to death. Side effects are hypertension, obesity, gastrointestinal tract troubles, impairment of function of brain, nervous system, reproductive, and endocrine system. Avoid this ingredient. Like and follow for more.
Message. As much as you can. Start to cut back.
Of my video. Check out my last one. This is part 2. These are fucking fleets. These are fleets coming from outer space. This is space. Look at the NASA International Space Station HD live feed, courtesy of NASA. Oh my, what the fuck is that? That's a mothership. That's like a, oh, I'm sorry guys. There's something going on. This is a fucking mothership. Excuse my language, but you guys don't believe in aliens? What the hell is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. What the fuck is that? There's something going on here, guys. We need fucking answers. We need to know what this stuff is. That's a whole city. That's like a fucking mothership. You guys, comment, like my video, follow me. Oh, look at, they stopped it. They stopped it. Something's, oh shit. They fucking stopped this shit. The video from Space Station External High Definition Camera has been interrupted due to loss of signal. How the hell was that loss of signal? They purposely stopped it because I'm catching all this shit.
Right?
This is why they came knocking on my door a couple months back, and this is why I didn't post, because these guys are fucking with me. They don't want me to show this shit, and I'm telling you, full disclosure's happening, and it's coming soon, you guys. Stay woke, pinche pendejos. You guys, I just want you guys to see that I'm not fucking joking. This, oh my God. If you guys like, follow, share this shit, let everybody fucking know. Look at, they interrupted the feed. First off, okay? And look at, this is just from my Roku app. Look at, I can visit all kinds of stuff, and I know I'm sounding like a fucking broken record, but this shit, anybody can do it. But like I said, I think they're not letting people download this app no more. But if you guys want, maybe
yeah, he turned, y'all. Like, what? But you gotta think though, how would you be if you just watching something on the quote unquote space station, or you're one of the outer space cameras, and you see something like that float across? Like, what you gonna be doing? You gonna be thinking Mars attack too. You know, little motherfuckers that was like ka 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 ka, and they was blowing up people and stuff like that. It ain't gonna be like that though. But yeah.
Welcome back. Would you eat your favorite takeaway if it was made in a laboratory?
That'd be cool.
The thought
Chilling.
of 3D printed nuggets might not sound appetizing.
They already been
but
here.
Scientists say you won't be able to taste the difference.
For in this Russian lab, your next tasty KFC meal is being prepared. Just finishing off some seafood for another customer first. This one is a squid. Yes, KFC has partnered with Russian scientists to develop lab-made chicken nuggets.
Look, y'all gonna be eating them lab-made chicken nuggets. Keep going. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. 150 years ago, 150-something years ago, they had what you call a massive solar flare. It happened on September 2nd, 1859, where it completely knocked the power out of everything. All right, it knocked the power out of everything. People seen auroras down as far as Cuba and Hawaii. All right, now if you know about anything about auroras, you know auroras is also another word for northern lights. You know they only seen in the upper regions. All right, people that are higher in altitude. You dig what I'm saying? Places like Canada, Alaska, shit like that. The reason why these gas prices going up, y'all wanna know why these gas prices going up? The reason why these gas prices is going up is because the sun finna do the same shit. It's finna knock out the whole electric grid. Listen, man. All you gotta do is monitor the sun. Go look at the sun right now. Type in NASA solar wind predictions. Go look at the sun. We finna get hit with another one real soon, and they just getting higher and higher. These solar flares are leveled through classes. You know, you got an A-class solar flare, you got a B-class solar flare, you got a C-class solar flare, you got an M-class solar flare, you got an X-class solar flare. All right, X-class being the most dangerous solar flare. All right, shit. Just a couple weeks ago, we got hit with an M-class. All right, people in Canada were seeing auroras in the sky. All right, the reason why this gas price is gonna go up is because when the sun knock out this power, they gonna need these generators to run these big corporations. What do generators use to run? What they use? I know that shit real. I'm telling y'all, man, listen. When this solar flare knock this power out, all right, they gonna need these generators to run these corporations to try to keep this matrix going, to try to keep Babylon alive. But it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work. All right? Y'all pay attention to the sun. I don't care about no agent. I don't care about no bots. Talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. Go monitor the sun, goofy. And then talk to me.
Right. But a lot of people that be telling you that a lot of this stuff, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, this and that. A lot of those people are just terrified of the truth. That's it. Because once you start reading and doing your own, that's why I tell y'all, just don't look at these videos and be like, oh, that's real, that's true. Go look this stuff up, y'all. Don't take my word for it, nobody's word. You go find that shit yourself, you know? Because I don't want y'all to be bamboozled by none of this information. Get, misconstrue the information. If you have questions about it, ask people and then go look for it yourself. Make sure you put your eyes on it and you see the truth.
We have constant C-class solar flares ongoing for many days, and on and off for weeks and months, that no one really reports on anymore, which the planet Earth is facing. Currently, we have an M-class solar flare in progress, along with ongoing, intermittent, powerful Schumann resonance spikes.
It's crazy.
Galactic activations and upgrades to the pineal gland, crown chakra, back of head and higher heart complex continue to intensify, as all of our true, divine self is coming online now. As well as our false self arising to be purged, transcended, and alchemized. These powerful solar energies, plasma waves, and diamond white platinum white out of the field, is dissolving all that is false and artificial along with any remaining false matrix overlays and projections, programming and beliefs, perceptions, and reversals within the one consciousness and bringing the higher heart mind and cosmic consciousness fully online for the collective. Our brains are being rewired as the planetary brain gets reset and upgraded, ready for us to fully remember our true tribal records, memories, and history again, all supported by the crystalline grid activations. These powerful DNA, diamond plasma light body, and heart and mind opening activations continue to burn all of our old templating and lower codings within our DNA, which dissolves the lower, artificial realities and timelines, all based on thought. As our memories of the past change, so does our present and future. Nothing is set here nor linear. That's quantum timeline mechanics. We get to change our realities as we change from deep within the way we think and perceive reality. As we shift our consciousness, this also shifts the instruction sets within our DNA, which activates the higher consciousness realities. As we shift and change, what we believe to be true, how we act and what we project out. It's important to keep going within for divine higher guidance that is unique to each soul. Each one's path carries a divine higher purpose and meaning that can only be fully known by the self.
In Kentucky, you feel me?
Egyptian pyramid.
Hey, you know what's crazy? We always looking somewhere else to find pyramids, bro. But you know what? We can all get in our vehicles here and go to the locations. That's the dope part.
Lasting area.
Go visit. Find out where your tribe was at. Find out where your people was at. I bet you find some pyramids too. Something that they built. I mean, you already see the buildings here.
It was the last time.
We built 2 civilizations.
Not green at all, just all purple.
And many more before that.
Part 3, our real identity. Let's go. So a Cherokee and Pawnee Native Moor or MERS, indistinguishable from an African American. That's because it's the same thing. Alright? You could tell where we were from by our headdresses. By hers, you can tell she was from California. Alright, so here's a map of pyramids in America. It's a map of ancient pyramid civilizations and prehistoric communities. Keep this in mind. I think it's important to show you that California was once an island and there was a river that ran through it and the rest of the land, but it's since dried up. One of the groups responsible for the mounds were the Mississippians. Mississippians were the mound builders in North America. Here's Mississippian iconography. Here's an old map of America. You can see mounds pictured. It's a mound in Mississippi. Some mounds in Ohio, in Kentucky. A sun temple. Another in Ohio. That's important. Why is that important? You can see here the whole bottom half at once was called Florida. But of course, if you zoom in, you see that word T, Amari, cans again. Alright, so in the Egyptian Hieroglyphic Dictionary, by E.A. Wallace Budge. You can see that Tamaru.
I got
means
documents
the
on my
people of the
family
land
that's
of
that
the Nile
old.
flood, i.e., the Egyptians.
Even older.
So that's T Amaru, and that's T Amari. But there's no way that Egypt was here in America, right? It's worth a look, so let's continue. So you can see it says Canada in the top left corner, so it wasn't super prehistoric like the Tower of Babel, but it wasn't super recent like gypsies. But they're actually all connected. For example, here's the Egyptians Act of 1530, and it was an act passed by Parliament of England in 1531 to expel the outlandish people calling themselves Egyptians, meaning gypsies. It was done again in 1554. And you can see here the 1530 Act did not cover gypsies who were born in England or those who came to England.
Yeah, he got too
by way of
much bass in
Scotland.
his microphone.
And I'm not talking about your Google search gypsy. No disrespect. I'm talking these gypsies. Take a look. These are gypsies, indistinguishable from African Americans. But it's in our blood. At the bottom here, you can see deputations of Indians from Mississippi tribes. I mean, take a real good look. The tradition is in our blood and we embody it in many different forms. But today we're known as African Americans. And again, they call gypsies Egyptians. But that's more modern. But just hold that thought as we take it back a bit. All right, so the source of this map comes from UB News. This is an Old Testament map of ancient America. So you may hear people say, no, we're the lost tribes of Judah, no, we're Egyptians. Well, both can be true. All right, so we're gonna stop here today and pick it up next time. Like and follow for more. I love you. Peace.
All right, y'all want to know, a couple videos back, it was an incident where the Aboriginal people, the indigenous people of the land, were, you know, they would they're rebuilding right after the slavery stuff happened, and you know, the different tribes, you know, they were doing great, and you know, the white people wanted them out of there. Guess what they did? They flooded them, right? They blew up the levees to let all the water come flood in. But those were my people that they drowned. That when they flooded the city, yeah, those my ancestors. So yeah, this shit is that much is real, and I got documents on like tracing my people back to the areas in which they inhabited and everything, and it's crazy. So that's why, you know, when you start getting this information, you'll start to really, it all hit you at once, like, wow. Everything they told us was a lie. And it was on purpose. Yeah.
What happens?
Nah, they don't want to pay reparations. You want to know what's crazy about that though? Like, you know, y'all president, he offering Africa reparations to them, to our cousins over there, and then and that's crazy. But you see what they doing now. That he just took a meeting. One of the presidents just took a meeting with, you know, Meek Mill to bridge the gap between us and them. It's crazy to have conversations, but y'all don't look. Y'all see things are changing, man. They're not just having meetings with, quote unquote, the corporation over here. They're meeting with us.
You'll try and kill us all. Yeah, after we try and kill you all.
Cause they know what's up.
Why do you need drones here? What happens to humans? We'll all be the drones. But my father? Like my father who didn't know me?
Miss Fools, before us, your father was dying in a bed, correct? You lose something, you gain something.
You don't get to decide.
I didn't. You did. You're already drones. Humans will do anything as long as it confirms something they need to believe about themselves, Miss Fools. Even you, he told you was special. You enlist.
He told me we save everything. All of us.
And we are. 2030 is coming. The Earth will die. Additives and drones are a single system. You can't yank them away from each other. That's not what this is. This is a connection. Someone has to see, someone has to build.
You can't just change us to be what you need.
What we all need. It's not magic, it's evolution.
My father is different. All right? He is a fundamentally different
person. Is he a person still? And is it so terrible? He's alive. You can love him. Miss Fools, I've had years with nothing to do but plan. No walks to get a beignet, no monastery games night. There is only one way. We have to create the next version of both our species.
Next version of both our species. Did y'all see that series, The Man Who Fell to Earth? It's a lot of information in it. That's wow, yo. It's wild. Y'all need to give it a watch if y'all haven't already.
Day one. Day 2.
I don't want to ruin it for y'all, so
Day 3.
for the people that haven't seen it.
Day 4, 5, 6, 7.
But let me show y'all what some real oranges look like from other countries.
Yeah, for y'all that haven't traveled, yeah, this is what it look like. Yeah, shocking, huh? Y'all like, what? Yeah. Yo, this shit is on Fortnite.
Certainly no stranger to strange phenomena. Never before have we seen anything quite like this.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look, didn't they say this the dome is gonna crack. They said that it's gonna look like the Phoenix. It's gonna be red and everything, but you seen that motherfucker crack? Spaceship came through that joint. Ain't gonna happen just like that, but you get it though. They putting it right in your face. Look at this cheese. You know what intelligence is knowing you have a problem and fixing it. If you're intelligent enough to fix it, to have self-control and everything. Now, after seeing this, you at least gotta not eat this type of cheese, right? But some people will go back and be like, you know what? Fuck it.
What I'm about to show you is completely legal and completely true.
Yeah, I would never throw that cheese away.
Don't even matter. Plastic, cardboard boxes, pallets, everything's grounded into this right here.
They send this stuff off to be eaten by the hogs, and then the hogs are killed, and then we eat them.
So now this just put together a viral video showcasing a TikToker that exposed how plastics are getting into pig feed. Of course, he was fired for it. In more than half of the states in the United States, it is completely legal to put plastic in animal feed. That means that they grind up entire packages of food with styrofoam, plastic, saran wrap, whatever it might be, and turn it into a dust that is then fed to pigs and then fed to you. What do you think all that plastic in our bloodstream is doing to us?
There's a philosophy that says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that, and the 5% are usually the ones who are assassinated or shunned or discredited because they can see everything that's going on. And they would ruin it all for the 10%. So the reason why it's so easy to do that is because people are willing to be led.
Real telekinesis.
Let me see, cause I think you tripping. You not do what the heck? You not doing that. You are not doing. Oh. She is not doing.
That sound that came out her face.
Oh, that's scary. Oh,
Yo.
no. No. I know. No, I can't do this. I can't do it.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all can't do that. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have a hard time with thinking that something like that is real, unless I seen it in person. I gotta be there to fact check something like that in person, you know, because I gotta see what the wind is doing. Do somebody got like a fan or something back there and a little girl in on it, you know? Like, we gotta be real. We gotta be real. But I would love to see it in real life.
Now are hereby sentenced to death by fire.
Julia,
She gonna say it?
my sweet daughter, I've never been more proud.
Any last words?
Only one.
You said that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said that, y'all. Yep. Is the king. Baal is the king.
So it's the end of the world, take 97, because, you know, we keep trying to kill ourselves. The scientists have found something called the zombie virus. And the zombie virus is 50,000 years old, and it was frozen in ice in a Siberian lake somewhere. But scientists found it, and guess what? They revived it. I'm starting to think scientists in Italian stands for Kyrie. Why you got your Kyrie out there? And it's in a Siberian lake looking for a virus called the zombie virus. 50,000 years ago, it was dangerous to them, and they said, "We gotta freeze it." And y'all unfroze it for what? What possibly? If you found it, put it back where you found it. It's simple as that. We don't need it was gonna get let loose in the lab, and then we're gonna be in a whole other damn Pandora. Like I'm over it. The scientists is the real ops because they just be doing stuff and nobody asked. Ain't nobody asked for this. Stop it with your dumb ass.
Right, like, look, we asking for it, but look, on a serious note, though, we do have zombie protocols, though, and if y'all didn't know, we do. So, wonder why. But look, you can't convince me that you're finding something that was never lost. It should just be there. The Earth did that, right? Just leave it alone. We're always touching shit.
This is the largest polygonal wall in the Americas.
The precision of the fit is so incredible. And these lines are just not your straight 90-degree lines. They go at curvatures and different angles.
So it's like a puzzle?
Correct. Which is earthquake proof.
It showed us how you were talking about how some of the stones were kind of cut out in a circular type fashion, and it just fits right into another piece.
Correct.
Perfectly. How do you do that?
Is what you're looking at is something like the Great Pyramid that still defies explanation.
We all eat that, not just China. Listen, if you eat Doritos, the last ingredient on Doritos is called guanylate. All right, if you look it up, guano is what they call bat feces. Why the hell would they be seasoning food with bat feces? And if you look it up, it's gonna say that it's not that, but it's a derivative. The food industry uses language and terms that people don't understand, and then once they figure it out, they switch it up. So if you're eating Doritos, you're eating
But shit always changing.
So get it out the house, cut it out. There's a lot of other foods I'm gonna break down that you'd be surprised, but understand that there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the food industry. They don't have to be honest on the nutrition label. It can say 0 calories. It actually has 5 calories. As long as it's under 5 calories, they can technically say 0. So it's a lot of things to watch out for. But today's topic is Doritos.
You're right, they got insects in it too.
This is one of the largest pyramids in the world, the Pyramid of the Sun, located in Teotihuacan, about an hour away from Mexico City. We can see the Valley of Mexico surrounding us, And this is the Avenue of the Dead. It leads right to the other pyramid, the Pyramid of the Moon. If we can see it from this angle, we can notice that it mimics the same shape as the mountain right behind. The same thing happens with here, with the Pyramid of the Sun. But who were the Teotihuacan people? Well, this was a full-scale city, and it's believed that up to 200,000 people lived here, predating the Aztecs by more than 1,300 years. This was around the same time as ancient Rome. And these entire area, all these streets, were actually paved. And apparently they had canals that flowed all the way down. So this is Teotihuacan.
How they getting that paved road and everything back then? Just that alone, you know, besides the pyramid.
I keep seeing videos about no phones and no...
That's because we're intelligent beyond measure. But we have been historically dumbed down to this by dumb decisions by dumb people. You know, people that choose to find a way to come up with a synthetic way rather than a natural way of doing things. So when you go against the natural, you know, there's going to be consequences. And you see with the weather and stuff, you see with the solar flares hitting us and stuff, you see with these, you see all those people that got frozen in that snowstorm, over 50 people. And you're talking about young people too at that. It's just crazy, right? Yeah,
electricity.
Okay, so if you are not in the energy to receive or hear what I'm about to talk about, please scroll past this video. Okay, so within the spiritual community, there's been psychics that have been channeling an energy similar to that of the pandemic. The video I stitched is talking about blackouts, and blackouts have been prophesized over the last couple years, decades, even in books, published books. I have been feeling that our timeline dimension has been skipping, jumping. And I believe this is happening in an effort to raise the consciousness here on Earth, and the best way to do that is using our planetary bodies, the sun being the most prominent one. Now, if you keep up with space weather, we've
like
been
Black
having
Adam, that'd be awesome.
Solar flares for the past year, and it's been really
Black
more
Adam,
frequent over the past couple months. And I'm sure some of you have heard of the Great Awakening chart. The point is, I do believe in our near future there will be a solar flare that will cause a blackout. Okay, this might sound weird, but think of how a blackout can be like a spiritual awakening for those who haven't awakened yet. They're going to experience chaos in our external world. They're going to be cut off from different people in their life. See how flawed all of our systems are by everything being shut down just because of a solar flare. Our electric grid, everything. There will be no clean water. There will be no trucking, transport of any types of foods because there's no communication. Whatever you do, do not fear. As well as certain political situations that have been happening recently, we're at a culmination point. I don't just take what I hear from other people. I actually meditate, go to my spirit team with it, and I've been getting that between now and 2022, February 22nd, there's a lot of energy, a lot of transitions that are going to be happening in our world. And when I further meditated on it, I literally was being blocked a little bit, trying to see what would happen, what's going to happen. I literally said, what is this energy I'm channeling? What is going to happen? And my whole body heats up. That's it. Like, I can't tell you anything. Even saying it right now, my body's heating up. I can't tell you anything other than that. But we got to stay grounded. Keep your wits about you.
Hey, heat coming.
We're going to make it through. It's destruction brings rebirth.
Scary video leaked from the deep web government. Watch to the end. And what I'm about to show you now is taken from another place in Mexico. Watch this. I really think there's no question about this.
joint's clearly spinning, nigga.
So now you have seen it from 3 different angles. Comment and share this video with everyone.
And that was multiple shots. But guess what though? That thing was clearly spinning, nigga. Like, you can say what you want. That thing was clearly spinning. But don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This should be normal at this point on this channel, bro. Seeing stuff like that. It'll make you feel uncomfortable. But look, you gotta understand, that's not those right there aren't they're not satellites. Because do you understand, when they shoot these satellites up, they always go up, right? And then they follow each other in like a train across the country. They never go into outer space, if y'all pay attention. It's crazy. So don't think that that's like a whole bunch of satellites and stuff. They don't even move like that.
Genetics. There's something really cool that science is familiar with now called the Eve gene. It's a gene that holds the key to all the races that we know today. The only women who have the Eve gene are black women. This means Eve was probably black.
Oh my god, what is that?
Is that a UFO? No way. Look. Huh? No. Yeah, that's really coming.
You need to see.
Yeah, everybody take a picture. It's a UFO. Whoa.
It's clearly not a UFO. That's why I put it. It's clearly not a UFO. Stop. I had to turn the music down for this one. That's that Crunk Ain't Dead. I can rap it for y'all though. You feel me?
Teach you about that no Bible and no church. They know damn well you ain't never read no Bible, let alone breaking it down for you. Ezekiel's vision was all about the mothership coming back. Notice how he described the beings on the ship.
You said talk more innovative minds. What you mean?
He said, like, oh, it was like seeing God. So he fell down. That's what human beings gonna do. When they see these ships land and the motherfuckers that get off them look just like us. And that's what a lot of our own gods and goddesses gonna do when these ships start landing down a little lower and niggas get off looking just like us, but with a way brighter glow. I'm talking about brighter than the sun. You ain't gonna be able to look at them if your frequency ain't high enough. Because we are luminous beings. They ain't been breathing oxygen. They you though, they your family, your cosmic family, but they ain't been breathing oxygen, so they radiant like at our full strength. And niggas gonna fall down and prostrate when they see him thinking that it's Jesus returning. And they gonna be like, get your goofy ass up. Ain't no Jesus, nigga. We you. Get your ass up, nigga. It's Ezekiel's will. That's what these wheels was about. He was describing the mothership returning and releasing her commanderships. And each commandership has 300 to 3,000 scouting ships on it.
Unbelievable, but claimed to be real, a highly classified Air Force squad. Their objective must systematically examine the occurrences and ascertain whether any of them represented a threat to national security. Here are some of their more intriguing instances, as well as some other important UFO reports. Numerous accounts of weird and unbelievable observations of unusual flying phenomena exist. People have reported seeing mysterious flying objects from the beach.
I'm Nicole Kidman, and I am going to eat a 4-course meal of bugs.
No, I don't feel like looking at that, bro. I'm not like, I ain't even in the mood to watch this woman sit here and eat no damn bugs, y'all. Like, I ain't even gonna cap with you. But some of y'all, I seen some of y'all asking in the comments, Y'all talking about the documents and stuff. On how to find your people. Look, my shit is so old where it's like, yeah, these documents are old. You see them? Very, 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 very old, bro. Like that's what they would look like. These are from the 1800s and even further back from me. So pretty sure y'all can find those too. But look, yeah, we're gonna do a couple more of these. But I seen somebody ask and I had to show y'all.
Go ahead and pause to read that as well. Yep.
That's a pyramid.
Regular leap in time results in the need to add a negative leap to the atomic clock.
Just like Jodie Foster's character in the movie Contact, scientists have come across a mysterious signal from a galaxy far, far away. In a study published on Wednesday, the journal Nature said that they've detected a very unusual radio burst. It has a pattern that's similar to a heartbeat.
Astronomers at MIT have discovered something they can't quite explain.
Okay, it's a mysterious radio signal pulsing with constant regularity. Stay with us here. They're called fast radio bursts, or FRBs, and they were detected using a radio telescope in Canada called CHIME. Scientists say they usually only last a few milliseconds, but one new discovery is so powerful this lasted a full 3 seconds. It also emits radio waves in a series of peaks, like a heartbeat. That's rare.
This one is unusual because it's very strong, it's very bright, as they say, and it lasted 3 seconds. That's an awful lot of information to look at, and they're looking at it very closely right now.
Hundreds of these bursts of radio waves with unknown origins have been detected since the first one was found in 2007, but this flash was different.
This discovery could be used to help measure how fast the universe is expanding.
If you can pinpoint it, you might be able to triangulate it and get a sense of how fast the universe is expanding. That's why they're so excited about this. It's not just a novelty. It's
not like
it's not
we
just
ever
something
catch
from a
up.
movie, but something in real life they've never seen before. And with that repeated pattern in there, that little heartbeat sound, they're very exciting to the scientific community.
Hugely exciting, and to laymen such as myself.
Well, some people have been concerned about the possibilities of stronger solar flares, myself included, as we get closer to the higher end of the sun activity cycle.
Dr. Alex Young says the sun is actually abnormally quiet for this time in the activity cycle.
A solar flare is a cluster of magnetic fields on the sun that explode in a flash of light. What usually follows a flare is what scientists call a coronal mass ejection, which sends a shock wave producing energetic particles through space that could affect Earth's magnetosphere. But Dr. Alex Young of the Heliophysics Science Division at NASA says we are not at a point to worry just yet.
We will be reaching solar maximum in about 2025. So that's important. But what that means is we'll have more and more activity. It'll be bigger and bigger as we get closer to that, but we will have times in between where there's not much happening. And that's actually what the situation is right now.
In rare instances where solar flares and coronal mass ejections are strong enough for us to feel the effects, we could see a loss in radio frequency, GPS signal, and possibly the loss of power. The most famous effect felt by solar activity was in Quebec in 1989.
You would want to prepare the same way you would prepare for a hurricane or a tornado or anything along those lines.
So again, there is no need to panic about the effects from a solar flare.
And that launch is not the only new space news that we're getting a look at this morning. Take a look. A newly released image from the Webb telescope shows the Cartwheel Galaxy. It's a rare ring galaxy located 500 million light years away. The image actually shows us the past because it takes so long for light to even reach us.
This James Webb Space Telescope has captured worldwide attention, becoming the largest and most powerful space telescope ever built. So after making its White House debut last week, it's broken another record by discovering the oldest known galaxy in our universe.
Something unusual happened on the 29th of July. The Earth completed its rotation in less than 24 hours. Today, our world is spinning faster than usual. How will this change in the Earth's speed change our lives? Let's find out.
Something unusual happened on the 29th of July. Our Earth completed its rotation before time. 24 hours is what it ideally takes. Hence, every 24 hours, the clock resets itself, and every 24 hours, it is a new day. But on the 29th of July, the Earth took 1.59 milliseconds less to rotate on its axis. The day ended before time. It was a short day, but not the shortest on record. On the 19th of July 2020, the Earth completed its rotation 1.47 milliseconds before time. So this has been happening for some time. The Earth is spinning faster than usual. The obvious question is why?
Hey, that's real right there. Like, why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden? Everything is just getting weird. Let me turn this light down a little bit. It's hurting my eyeballs, man. Like, whoo! You feel me? But look, that's crazy. You said look at the image. Yeah, look at the. You talking about from the James Webb telescopes and stuff. And I don't know how to feel about that right there. Be real with you. I don't know how to feel about that. But what I can say is that y'all got to get right. But about these records, I say this. Somebody asks the names. I say you might be related to me. Y'all might be related to me if y'all got like the last name like White. Martin. Carter. Stevenson. My uncle was in hospital. Right, like. Oh dang. Unseen days. That's very interesting. Somebody got something for her? It's like a remnants of their energy still being there. I can't see y'all full names when y'all saying stuff in here, but I appreciate you, Terrence. But yeah, how many of y'all know where y'all from? Like really, tracing it back, and you gotta think about this too when you looking up who you are. We're super mixed up too as well. You know, like a bunch of brown people got put like after we were already here, and then other people came too, and we kind of mixed up and stuff like that as well. Y'all gotta think about that as well when you tracing back who you are. Luckily, you know, I found documents, and I mean, I got my grandmother's grandmother, great grandmother, great grandfather, all of that is all in here, and I know who they are. They had names like Moses and everything. Hattie Mae. But you know what's crazy? When you look up the indigenous people, you look up the aboriginal people, guess what? People are those people. Facts. 100%. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I got more information on it. But yeah, I want y'all to go out there and figure out who y'all are. You'll understand the power in saying, do you know who you are? Know where you come from. You'll see the real truth. And why you were made to go to school and they want to teach you. Why do you think you had to take tests on them chaining your ancestors up and who freed this and who did this, you know? Programming to get you to always think like that. They don't want you to know that you're native to this land, that this is actually yours. That's why when you talk about reparations, bro, they can't give us no money. They have to give up everything. Give up literally everything. I'm reading some of y'all comments. That's why they got people to the fact was like, oh, they got people, look, they got our people so messed up. They like, oh, yeah, my hair is like this because I got Indian in me. It gets cringy when you understand who you are and somebody say something like that. See, when you start to grow mentally, you'll start to outgrow certain people if they can't evolve with you. So when we talk about people going into 5D, it's gonna be certain people that just can't move that way too as well. Their minds aren't gonna let them do that because they're so afraid of their true information on who they really are. Real talk. You're so busy pandering to people. They'll tell you who they are. They'll tell you where they stand at and what they don't want you to be a part of. And you still are afraid to tell them who you are and where you come from and what your powers are. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, though. Yeah, you said hair is such a fascinating topic. Yes, it is. We have all hair textures. Me and my brother have the same exact parents. My brother's hair is completely different than mine. Completely different. Completely grades. Everything. Color. All of that. Completely different. Me and my brother, our skin complexion, we have both the same parents. Guess what? My skin complexion is completely different than my brother's. He has more of a brown undertone. A dark brown undertone. Mine is more of a red. My sister's is more of like a lighter brown. Crazy, right? And her hair texture is also different than me and my brother's as well. And then I got blonde hair on my arms. Like it's gold. All this shit is gold. Around my mustache right here, gold. Yeah, the Moors, everything, yeah. Come on, dog. Y'all gotta know what it is. You feel me? I appreciate y'all tuning in for the video, though. I definitely do, man. Hopefully, y'all got y'all notifications on. Make sure everybody that's here, go ahead, smash that like button. Y'all already here. That shit is free. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep pushing information and keep pushing positive vibes. And that's the one thing I do have to tell y'all. For everybody that do be tuning in, that you know what I'm saying, you here for a good time and you here to spread information, you know. Look, I really do appreciate y'all, and I can't say that enough, man. When y'all see me out and about, man, I ain't gonna bite, man. Y'all can come up, y'all can speak, all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some people be acting weird when they see me and stuff. But look, man, just speak. I know I'm not your average YouTuber. I know I'm not 5'5" and 120 pounds, you know. I look like a man when I'm out. I appreciate you, Jess. I appreciate you. But yeah, I want to hear more about y'all doing y'all research on yourselves, figuring out where y'all come from, because you know what's crazy about this is we might be a part of the same family and don't even know it. So this is another fun part about it. So the next time we go live, I'm gonna ask y'all where y'all watching from and who are y'all. You feel me? So each person, even if you white, you Asian, whatever, figure out where the fuck you from, for real. Because a lot of lies have been told about everybody for the most part, but my people, we've been done the worst out here. It's just, ugh. Yeah, but look, I'll see you on the next video, man. Make sure that y'all tell y'all family that y'all love them, y'all take care of them. You know what I'm saying? And keep spreading love, man, because that's only how we gonna be, you know, we gonna become better. Real talk. But look, I'll holla at y'all. Love y'all. Stay safe. I'm out.